Welcome into a rapid recap presented by Dreamfinders Homes. The Jaguars win 27-20. They are in first place in the division, a big-time win over the Colts. And John, a lot of credit goes to Gardner Minshew. These stats are incredible. I think none of us could have predicted this. 19 for 20, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, 142 passer rating. Heck of a day.
Yeah, I mean, credit where it's due. James Robinson, James Robinson gave them a little bit of stability early, which I thought was key for the offense moving forward, made the Colts think about that. But, after a season where you talked about Gardner Minshew, could he establish himself? He's not there yet, but, 19 of 20, 3 big touchdown passes, and a go-ahead touchdown pass in the fourth quarter against a Hall of Famer on the other side. I don't know what more you could want from week one.
Ashlyn, Gardner Minshew has a scorecard for this entire season. And he said in his post game that it was about one game at a time. Well, after one game, he's 1-0.
Yep. So far, so good. And John, you mentioned James Robinson. We have to talk about this rookie class. 16 rookies on the roster. We knew they were going to have to step up. But you look at James Robinson, Brian. You look at C.J. Henderson. 1 interception, 3 pass breakups. But yet tells us he imagined his first game could have gone a little better. Talk about them making an impact already.
Well, look, Robinson was the star early, but C.J. Henderson was the star late. His interception certainly turned the tide and got things going. But he was one up, man-to-man with T.Y. Hilton on those final 2 pass attempts by Phillip Rivers, and he broke it up on the sideline both times. It's fair to say that he had a better debut as a first-round corner than some other guy who is playing tonight in Los Angeles. He was sensational. And it wasn't just his coverage skills, and that's what he's supposed to do. His open field tackling against the run, especially in the fourth quarter, was money. He is a fantastic-looking prospect. And the Jaguars roster as a whole, John, so many guys. Here's one that people will not see. Devon Hamilton in the third and fourth quarter, when the Jaguars really took the run away. Today, their running backs averaged just 3.8 yards per carry. Last year, those guys ran for 396 yards in 2 games. Today, just 76 and 3.8 per carry. Devon Hamilton was outrageously effective at moving people and throwing his body around out there. Caleb Chason flashed. It was just young guy after young guy after young guy. And Caldwell has assembled a nice, they are young, but a nice-looking roster.
Yeah, Ashlyn, there's so much to talk about, but I'll make a quick point on C.J. Henderson. Right before, in the second quarter, I think it was, he got beat pretty badly by T.Y. Hilton on a play, came back and had a breakup on the next play. I think I'm getting the series right. That's big time for a young corner. You're going to give up plays. He responded.
Absolutely. And guys, I think we quickly all have to make the point Doug Marrone's talking about. This is the closest he's ever been to a team as he's been a head coach. And we've been in the headlines nationally all about letting players go. But this is a big thing. You see guys like Andrew Wingard come in after the secondary gets hurt and make a play. It's guys that you aren't thinking about. This team right now is playing like a team.
He talked about resiliency this week, Schlen. On Monday, he was asked what he liked about the team. He said it could handle anything he could throw at it. This team was getting handled in the first quarter, and you thought it was over. I don't know. I can't say about past teams what they would have done. But this team, despite all that, came back and won, came back from 3 deficits. It speaks to what Doug was talking about. He didn't gloat in the postgame. He's not there yet. It's week 1. But there was a little bit of satisfaction with reason. He called it. He likes this team, apparently for good reason.
Do not underestimate what one win can do for a young team. We've seen some Jaguars teams around here, John, that struggled to find any sort of momentum, anything that they could build on early in the season. And for young players, that's so important to validate the work that they're putting in. To start 1-0, I don't know what they're going to do next week against Tennessee, but I know this. They believed in each other before. That level of belief is significantly higher after what they did to a Colts team that was as close to a favorite as the AFC South has.
Absolutely. The Jaguars' confidence growing 1-0 here. Rapid recap presented by Dreamfinders Homes. We'll have much more about this win tomorrow morning on Jags Drive Time. We'll see you then.